welcome you all, and thank you very much for coming, and say that since we are all freezing, we will try and keep this moving along. The sun is just coming and should be here just about at the end of the event. So, bon après-midi à tous et à toutes. Je suis tellement ravie d'être ici pour cette occasion spéciale, alors que nous nous apprêtons à célébrer la dénomination commémorative de la place Marion Dewar. I'd love to welcome you all and say how thrilled I am to be here. And I know that many people couldn't come, but it's wonderful to see as many of you as could come. So I want to acknowledge my colleagues on City Council, perhaps if you wave your hand. Of course, there's Mayor Larry O'Brien, and Councillor Michelle Bernard, Rainer Blois, Eli El Shantiri, Rick Shirelli, Diane Deans, Clive Doucette, Alex Cullen, late as usual, Peggy Feldmate, Maria McRae, and Shad Kadri. And Christine Ledman. Anybody else I missed? Oh, Jacques Legendre, sorry. Okay. There's also, we have with us Mr. Paul Dewar, Member of Parliament for Ottawa Centre. Mr. Yasser Naqvi, Member of Provincial Parliament for Ottawa Centre. The Honourable Ed Broadbent. And Ms. Marlene Catterall, former Member of Parliament. And we also have former City Councillors who were on Council with Marion Dewar. There's Toddy Kehoe in the front row here. There's Joe Cassie as well. There's Brian Bournes here as well. Former Mayor Bob Shirelli is with us as well today. And former Deputy Police Chief Larry Hill. And of course, a special welcome to all the members of the Dewar family who have come today to join us. I had the pleasure of working with Marion Dewar on City Council. It was my first term and Marion's last term. It was a wonderful experience. Marion is just such an extraordinary person. You know, she was responsible for getting the head of the NCC, who was Bud Drury at that time, and the provincial government finally to the table to get to talk about the Rideau Centre and get that place built. It had been dragging its feet for years, and she was the catalyst to get the Rideau Centre up and going. She really felt strongly, since I knew that she was working with the Bank Street BIA, which I was also at that time, she had a strong feeling that you needed a good economic foundation to your city in order to be able to have the kind of supports that we need to provide for our most vulnerable. So she understood the full range of what a mayor needs to do and how a city needs to grow. And I think that was her biggest asset for us as a city. So, elle était une visionnaire, bien et en avance sur son temps, way ahead of her time in much of what she did and the work she did. Her background, of course, she was a public health nurse, so she had been into many homes, people living in poverty, people with all kinds of disadvantages, physical disabilities, mental disabilities. She understood the needs of the people of the city of Ottawa. So not only did I admire her as a mayor, of course I admire her as a woman, and she was a great leader for me and a mentor and an inspiration for me to run for council. So she was very kind, but a woman of great faith as well as a generous human being. And, you know, she did such things as personally picketing the American embassy over the nuclear disarmament. So way ahead of her day. Convening a convention on homosexuality. The sort of things we take for granted now, but they certainly weren't taken for granted in her day. And of course, one of her best known attributes, her spearheading of Project 4000, where she challenged every other city in the country challenged all our own local communities, all our churches, and it was a fabulous success, due entirely to Mayor Dewar. So what a wonderful tribute this is. This is a people place, lots of festivals, lots of people coming to use this plaza. It is such a fitting tribute to Marion Dewar to call this plaza Marion Dewar Place. So I'd now like to call on Mayor Larry O'Brien to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Councillor Holmes. Bonjour à tous. Good afternoon. It is indeed my pleasure to be here today as we celebrate the dedication of Marion Dewar Plaza. This is a very busy plaza. Sometimes it gets used 2, 3, 4 times a day. C'est un plaisir d'être ici aujourd'hui pour célébrer le dévouement de Marion Dewar Plaza. There's no doubt by your attendance here today and all of the emails and support that we get that Marion Dewar was simply one of Ottawa's most beloved mayors, serving 3 terms from 1978 to 1985. During her tenure as mayor, her leadership significantly impacted the growth of economic development, arts and culture, and social services within the City of Ottawa. Marion Dewar oversaw the complex project of revitalizing Ottawa's downtown core, establishing it as a vibrant arena that includes a commercial center place called the Rideau Centre. She also persuaded developers, and I understand she was very persuasive, in accepting heritage roles in the Byward market. Resulting much from her hard work and support, the Arts Court facility became a reality in 1988, as it was officially inaugurated as Ottawa's Municipal Centre for Performing Arts, Visual, Literary, and Media Arts. Marion Dewar's compassion for those in need of assistance and basic human rights resulted in improvements to affordable childcare, non-profit housing, and increased support services for seniors and people with disabilities. Quite frankly, the dedication of this plaza to Marion Dewar is the perfect way that Council chose to honor a mayor who made a major contribution to our social equity and the culture of the City of Ottawa. Thank you very much.